So it's time for some more creepy and bizarre TikToks, man. But before we get to the video, remember, it's for entertainment purposes only. Let's check them out.
One of the first ever alien abduction cases was a black man and his wife. I am friends with Barney Hill's granddaughter. She fights in the UFC, Angela Hill.
Really?
She fights.
Yeah. I've watched her fight.
Yeah. And when she was on the podcast, she didn't even tell me till the podcast was over. She goes, "Oh, I forgot to tell you, my grandfather is Barney Hill." And I was like, "What?" And I was like, "Next podcast." It was the first ever, like, widely publicized abduction story. They were driving down a road and there was some light above the car, and then they woke up hours later. I think that's the story. And they had to remember what happened. Like their brains were somehow scrambled. Separately, they both had the exact same vision of what it was. Now, people are super skeptical about this, and the story was that they were taken aboard this spacecraft. And it was one of the very first stories about these kind of creatures, these small, kind of frail creatures. One of the first...
Yeah, man, we've talked about this story a few times, bro. They were put under hypnosis, different things. You know what I mean? The times that they were living in. I don't know, though, bro. To be the granddaughter, I would have so many... Yeah, she couldn't have told me that during the podcast. That would have been a 9-hour podcast if we did. I would have been sitting there like... glued to it. He gotta get her back on the show, man, so we could hear that story. Imagine, you know what I mean? I don't know if she was around when they were alive or whatever, or when they passed away or whatever. But man, imagine what she could probably tell you that her parents went through because of her grandparents. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's probably so much she could talk about and different things. Gosh, I want to hear that story. I'm gonna look her up and see if she's put any of her own content or anything like that out.
They've been taken by the government and they're being hidden away and interrogated.
Today's June 12th. I'm outside my house with my family. You can see people are saying that we disappeared, the news stations. You know, what I learned these couple days, that everything on TV is fake. And especially the news channels, they'll say fake stuff, and it's not true. You know, I already said what I had to say. If you want to believe it, believe it. I don't care no more. I just want to, you guys understand, because of you guys, I have depression. I have anxiety attacks.
Oh.
And I just want to be normal again. I don't feel okay, guys. And just move on, guys. Forget about it and just, bye.
They've been taken.
Dang, this is the family I was asking about and saying. Now I understand why we haven't heard from them. Bro, it was too much. It was overwhelming for them. Hey, can you blame them? Especially when people, it's a lot of unwanted attention from people who don't believe you. That can become overwhelming. Like he said, man, he's been depressed, different things going on. So that's why. That makes a lot of sense. I was wondering, bro, I didn't know if the men in black had shown up and now this family, you no longer hear from them because they just went silent after that whole incident. And I was wondering, bro, but it makes perfect sense, man. Just leave them alone, bro. Leave them alone. And he said he don't even care if y'all believe anyone believes him anymore. He just wants to be left alone. I can imagine what that family has probably went through in that short amount of time, that short time span of reporting that. That's why I keep saying, bro, we need some type of way to protect people, man. Some type of way to make it safe for them to come out and talk or report an incident. We need one bad.
I was also born intersex, so I am like an alien. I was born with my fused shut.
Mm-hmm.
So,
whoa.
Yeah.
I didn't know that was a thing.
A lot of people will like change it to one gender.
I'm trying to request medical records, honestly, because my parents won't tell me anything about it. But so apparently they used like a hormonal cream to like finish me cooking on the outside.
Wow.
And then I guess I refused again when I was 1 or 2, and they had to like do the hormone cream again.
So your body is like, nah, you ain't a girl. And then the doctor was like,
yeah,
no, you are a girl. And then your body was like, no, I'm not.
I was also born intersex.
Tell me I've been living under a rock. That's the first time I heard about that. And I'm not a sheltered kid, bro. I was exposed, but I've never heard about that. Is that common? I've never, no one in my family, never seen a TV show where it talked about, never seen a movie that has talked about that. This is the first time I've ever heard about that. Wow. Where the heck have I been? I didn't know. So what happens to you that, or what has to happen for that to happen to you? I guess is my question. And then how do they treat it? I hear her talking about a cream, but there's got to be more to it than that, right? Just a cream? And then is there ever so often you have to report back, checkups and different things? I have a million questions. Instead of me hitting y'all with a barrage of questions, man, I'm going to go look it up and see. But I just have a feeling like I'm going to find out this is pretty common. And I'm the only person on this earth that pretty much didn't know anything about it. That's pretty much what that's the type of slap in the face I'm going to get. I know it. I already know it.
He came up with this idea that we are sharing the planet with a species that's as possibly as far in advance of us as we are of chimpanzees in certain areas of development. And he calls these beings crypto-terrestrials. So basically, he puts forth this theory that these crypto-terrestrials are a long-lost species, potentially human. They could potentially look like us. They might have some differences from us, but they are, more advanced than us in a lot of ways, but also they don't have like a global infrastructure like we have. But what they do is they utilize imagery that's often associated with extraterrestrials or aliens from other planets in order to disguise or mask their existence here on Earth and to kind of throw us off the scent. And their whole civilization is cultivated by this amazing sense of stealth. They thrive on secrecy. He came up with this idea that
so that basically makes me think like they've probably been here so much longer than we have. You know what I mean? When you're able to evade and live in secrecy like that, I just think like, okay, you've been here a while. You've figured this whole thing out. And now you're sitting back and watching us, probably laughing, watching us and saying, bro, were we like this? Look at them trying to figure it out just like we had to. Eventually they'll get to a point to where they'll stop doing all their bickering back and forth with each other, fighting amongst each other. They'll start working together, and then they'll realize, okay, it's time for us to go live in secrecy or something like that. It's better not to be seen. It's something we're going to figure out, man. But where could they be, though? You think they're in the ocean? Think they're in the ocean or in the back of a cave somewhere? Or a sewer system? Or they hiding in plain sight? Where do y'all think they're located? I think that's the scary part about it. To know you're being watched from afar or up close and to not know where they are. Yeah, that's creepy. You ever walk around and just feel like you just being watched? Yeah, that's what they're doing to us, y'all. They're watching us.
This is the man that was sitting next to the woman on the plane, and I'm going to show you guys the footage from the body cams of the police officers when they talk to him.
Yeah, she just pushing me like, you are the part of the, I don't know who's talking in the phone. Okay. So I was just sitting right here, and she just coming pushing me, and then she just...
Did she say anything before that to you? No?
No.
And you didn't say anything to her?
No.
Are you okay? You hurt?
Yeah. No, I'm okay.
You sure?
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
I owe my flight, so it's just going to be like in the next 20 minutes.
Okay.
So that assault mean, what does that mean?
Assault? It means to attack, to fight somebody, to push them, hurt them, to bring some kind of harm, bodily injury.
Right.
Does that make sense?
Yeah. Okay. No, she just pushed me.
You don't want to do anything about it?
It's okay.
Okay. All right.
I'm okay.
Do you mind if I get your information real quick?
Yeah.
This is the man that was sitting next...
Hold up. Wait a minute. No. So I was under the impression that, and I could have swore what was floating around the internet, and you can't really believe that as much as anything, that the dude who she was talking about had on a hoodie. It wasn't me. I just so happen to have on a hoodie right now. But I thought that's who it was. They said that. So which one is it? I'm getting confused now. I don't know who to believe or what to believe at this point. And I still don't know if I believe her. She was just very emotional, very believable. But she also looked like she could have been intoxicated at the same time. Looked like she could have possibly been on something. No disrespect, right? But this dude is giving his whole account and story. Where did he come from? Where did he come from? He ain't got no hoodie on. And he definitely don't look like he not real. Could we pass off as suspicious? But that would be profile. I ain't gonna do that. You know what I mean? I ain't gonna do that. But I don't know. At this point, we invested in this video, bro. At this point, we really invested in her. This has seemed to drag on a lot longer than I expected. So yeah, we need to know who this dude was. But stop telling me that he had on a hoodie, because this dude here clearly doesn't.
Okay, yesterday you told us you traveled, and I quote, thousands of light years to get here. Yes. Tell us the truth, or another week. It is true. I saw it all. So I take it aliens took over our future, right? Sort of human. Okay, so you evolved from us. So what are you doing here now? How?
I don't even know what to say at this point. You know what I mean? Because your first instinct is to be like, it's not real. Get that out of my face, man. This ain't no real interview interrogation. He ain't even got no soda and cigarettes sitting there on the table or something like that. You know what I mean? But nah, in all seriousness, but imagine this being in, it could or it could be, but what if it is a true interview? First of all, how are they even interpreting this? Who was able to interpret whatever dialect or language is being spoke here? Who was able to interpret that? Did you see the captions in English? That's what was so mind-blowing to me. If this is a real interview and it's not faked, then that's the dead giveaway. That's the dead giveaway. The fact that we're able to translate something from their language to our language means we've been studying them a lot longer than we could possibly think, y'all. Yeah, that was just too easy, man. Project Blue Book, bro. That name always is surrounding something fishy.
Conspiracy Tarot. Do aliens defecate and urinate the same way that humans do? Hi, I'm Ashley. This is Conspiracy Tarot, where we ask the hard questions. If the sun comes out in the deck first, that's a yes. If the moon comes out in the deck first, that's a no. Two of Wands just popped out, so like that. When I see the Two of Wands pop out, the song "Should I Stay or Should I Go Now?" like it comes to mind. So it's like, should we even do this? Like, should we actually ask these questions? Yes, yes, we should, because the world sucks and we need entertainment to get our minds off of how poor all of us are. Okay, if you get yes or no in a different way, then feel free to do that and let me know in the comments what your result is. No. What are they? What? So I wasn't prepared for a no. Okay, we're gonna ask some more questions. All right, we're gonna do this. All right, so
No, we not. No, we not. I'm not sitting through another one of those. I did that one for y'all. I don't even like stuff like that. You know what I mean? Stuff like that I run away from. I was down in New Orleans, man, and everybody was wanting to go get their palms read and tarot card readings and stuff like that. I just walked off. And when they got me one of those green drinks and them little long cups, them little long skinny cups or whatever you call them down, yeah, I went and did that. Yeah. No, I'm not. I can't. Nothing against people who do, man. The entire time she was shuffling those cards, man, I just wanted to get up and walk off. I wanted to get up and walk off, fam. Let's keep moving. I gave you some of y'all can go find the video and watch the rest of it.
The Bible says, the Old Testament, New Testament, which is pretty powerful. I know people misinterpret it, but it's ancient text. The people that are there. Like you read Ezekiel, like 3 burning wheels land.
Yeah.
There's a blue firmament over its head. It gives me something to take. I take it, and I'm given the full data of the plan that the genetics has been infested, and God must destroy everyone.
Do you think that's an alien story?
Oh, it's 100%. But
that's what they always talk about. They always talk about that being an alien story. That's why one of the primary stories when they talk about the Bible, Ezekiel's vision, a wheel within a wheel. They always talk
but if
about
you read
that.
it, it says floating off the ground in the Hebrew.
Yeah.
And the King James is pretty clear too. Floating comes a thing with a crystal firmament over its head. And then the face is shifting different creatures. It's like a video screen.
Well, if you think about how long it would take for an alien to get here, it really only makes sense that unless they have a constant base,
they send a robot.
They visit, or if they came by themselves.
The Bible says, the Old Testament, New Testament.
I agree so much with that last statement Joe Rogan made about how long it takes to get here. What's one of the things we've been trying to figure out, y'all? The speed of light. So, like, they gotta be here, man. Where? We need to find out where. Like, you know how they have when they go on those paranormal investigations and they go on these abandoned houses and different things, and they have those spirit boxes. We need some type of alien spirit box to be able to detect, to be able to show us a silhouette, something to show and point out where they are. You know what I mean? They could be living in your home with you and you don't know. You know what I mean? I want rent money, fam, every month on the 1st. Pay me, bro. Don't be living in my house for free. Are you kidding me? Nah, but all jokes aside, we need some way to know, because I'm like Joe Rogan. They ain't coming from that far unless they can travel at the speed of light. And maybe that's probably why we got their spacecraft, to try to figure out how they going from planet to planet that fast within minutes instead of a gajillion years it takes to get there.
This guy's taking a stroll across Lake Baikal, but the way that it looks is not the most impressive thing. Some conspiracists say that it's home to 9-foot-tall aliens known as the swimmers of Lake Baikal. This guy's taking a stroll across Lake Baikal.
That's the first time for me. I wouldn't put it past them. Now, I've never heard of us speaking to them in a sense of living in a frozen lake. We always talk to them in a sense of an ocean, them living in the ocean. But Antarctica, we've talked about that, so I don't see why this would be any different. So why don't we just get some type of machine out there, drill some holes, and figure out, fam? Let's find out. I'm all about that type of life. Let's find out. You know what I mean? Set some money aside in the budget for the next fiscal year, man, and let's drill. Drill like we digging for oil, except we looking for aliens. Listen, y'all get at me in the comment section, though, and let me know what you thought of this video. This is some crazy stuff, man. Crazy stuff. I'm going to see y'all responses in the comment section, so stick around and stay tuned. The next one, I'm gone. Peace.